Hello Melrose, I'm Mayor Jen Grigoraitis, and this is the Melrose Minute, where we bring you news you can use from City Hall. And today we're going to talk a little trash and also some recycling. I'm here today with DPW Deputy Director Jim Troop to talk about the city's new trash and recycling program. Hi Jim, welcome back.
Thank you, Mayor. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you for being here, and I also want to thank you and your team for your incredible work on the bidding process for our new trash and recycling contract, which will begin on July 1st. Can you talk a little bit about what changes are coming and why?
Sure. So the way the trash exists right now will be changing. We're going to go to an automated service, which means that we'll be delivering carts for both trash and recycling to all of the residents, and the new hauler will be picking them up with the automated arm, dumping it into their hopper, and delivering it. Your trash will still get picked up. It'll just be changing how it gets picked up on the curbside.
So great. So folks can plan to see trash picked up once a week and recycling as well, but new carts coming to every residence, how?
Correct. So over the next couple months, we'll be purchasing the carts to be delivered. They will be delivered to each and every resident. We'll work out some of the kinks and correct any of the errors. But on July 1, every resident, every customer for our trash will have a trash and recycling 64-gallon cart for their trash and recycling.
Great. And just in case for those watching at home, you're wondering how big a 64-gallon trash and recycling toter, I believe that's the correct word, is you can comfortably fit one 5-foot-tall mayor inside a 64-gallon toter. So you'll get one for recycling and one for trash.
Correct.
And we did a survey that DPW had put out, and we had over, I believe, 2,000 respondents.
We had almost 2,200 respondents. It was overwhelming, and we learned an awful lot about how we're going to deliver our services on July 1st.
Great. I know one thing we learned is that people overwhelmingly want to keep weekly recycling pickup, which we will be keeping. What are some other things that people can look for as it relates to the new bins, or what do they do with their old bins?
Yeah, so the old bins that they have, we are planning right now to have some sort of a take-back program where people will be able to drop them off. We do expect people to be able to use them for yard waste and other things that the city would help provide collection for. So they will be reusable in some manner. We'll work with the vendor to make sure that if any people have overflow in their recycling, they can use their additional carts. But for the most part, they'll be reusable, and if not, we'll do our best to take them back.
Okay, great. And so we're talking about 64 gallons of trash, 64 gallons of recycling, and a 10-year contract. And the costs of trash and recycling services for municipalities like Melrose have really significantly increased. Can you talk a little bit about how residents can help us to keep our trash and recycling costs down?
Sure. It's a good point that we've known this for a long time, that our costs were going to go up nearly double. But the one thing that everybody can do to affect that cost is to put the right materials in the right bin. We want to recycle properly. We want to try to get things out of the waste stream that don't necessarily belong there and will end up costing everybody. We're going to undergo a lengthy education period where people will learn how trash is going to be serviced, but also the correct stream in which to put their disposables. So that's a great way to affect our cost.
Great. So there's an opportunity for residents to help us keep costs down while also keeping wrong things out of the wrong waste or recycling stream, which is hugely important.
It's really incumbent on them. It really is.
Okay. And I know DPW succeeded in getting a grant that is both going to help cover the cost of some of our new carts, but more importantly is going to provide a lot of that education to the public. So what can folks look for in terms of materials or information that might be coming?
Yeah, that's a great question. The Recycling Partnership is a tremendous partner that we now have. They are going to help with print, digital media. We'll come through with social media posts. We'll have neighborhood meetings. You name it, everything is going to be on the table in terms of educating our residents and what to expect July 1.
Great. So it sounds like it's going to be a busy spring, and we're going to be talking a lot of trash and a little recycling too.
It will be.
Anything else that we want to let community members know as we go through these next few months of rolling out this new process?
Yeah, there's a lot of changes, but there's a lot of things that are going to stay the same. We'll continue to do yard waste. We'll continue to do the municipal barrels. The yard will still be open for drop-offs. So we're going to do our part to help our residents get the materials in the right waste stream, and to try to minimize the cost of this new contract.
Great. We appreciate all the work that DPW does on those issues and many more. And I also want to remind folks that thanks to some of the great questions and feedback we got through the survey, we've actually created a frequently asked questions, or FAQ, on the city website, where people can go if they want to see visuals of what a toter looks like or see some other questions answered. So again, thank you to the DPW team for their work on that.
Thank you.
So just to sum up for those watching at home, new trash and recycling contract beginning July 1st, brand new bins getting delivered directly to your home in the coming months, and we'll be providing a lot more information via MMTV, the city website, and all sorts of other channels. So please stay tuned. And as always, reach out to us with feedback, questions, or concerns at mayorsoffice@cityofmelrose.org. Jim, thank you so much, as always, for being here and for all the work you do on behalf of our community.
Thank you, Mayor.
Have a great day.
Thank you.